Hey everyone, and welcome to Carrie's Garage. And on this episode, we're going to get Jacque, the Renault R8, back on the road. So finally got the water pump in for the R8. Took a little bit of time to get it. I got the wrong one first. There was a little bit of a confusion with one of the outlets on the water pump, but I finally got it in this week. So we're going to pull it out. I need to move Zig out of the way. Got him warming up right there. Haven't run him in about a week or so. And then got to get Jacque over to the garage side, and we're going to get the water pump in, and then I'll walk around and we'll take him for a little drive. So we're in Jacque. I'm going to see if he can start up. One of the great things about this car is sometime, I think it was in the late 80s, some guy down in Texas had converted him to fuel injection, so it pretty much always runs perfectly fine. Then we can run him for a quick minute or two just to move him over since there's no water pump. Let's see. There we go. It's got a really annoying exhaust leak that I need to fix. I just need to get a different clamp for it, but there we go. Let's move it. Not too bad since he hasn't been started, I think, in 4 months or so. But we're going to go ahead and get the water pump in, get them all warmed up, and take him for a drive. So here we go. On this Renault, the engine compartment is a little on the tight side. So the water pump goes there. We're going to have to clean up the face of it pretty darn good. And vacuum it up a bit. It's been sitting for a while, so there's some leaves built up and whatnot. I'll set up a camera, show what we're doing, talking about it a little bit. But for now, we go back into the garage, which I needed to clean up the workbench a little bit. We need to organize all the fasteners because I need to remember what goes where. Kind of the curse of letting stuff sit for a while, but shouldn't be too bad. Since I'm going to want to make sure that all the threads are nice and clean so I don't have any problems, we're going to go ahead and take these bolts and the die, chase all the threads down, and then I'm going to put some sealer on this gasket. So yeah, looks like my tube of gasket sealer was completely rock hard, so we're on our way to O'Reilly's, get a new tube of that, and I figure while we're there, we'll get some coolant as well. I want to make sure I have everything, so when I get it all together, I can just get it going and not have to go back to the auto parts store. All right, we're back from O'Reilly's. Got me some gasket sealer, some 50/50 coolant, and then one of the YouTubers I watch, Vice Grip Garage up north, he always uses Berryman B12. Figure I'd give it a try on the Renault since it is fuel injected. It's got the single throttle body and it's been sitting for a while and he seems to have pretty good luck with it, so I'll give it a try myself. And before I do anything else on the car with cleaning up the water pump housing, I'm going to go ahead and get some gasket sealer on this gasket and let it sit and cure for a little bit while I start cleaning up the car. All right, got some gasket sealer on that gasket for the water pump. Go ahead and let that sit for a little bit. Let's go ahead and get this all cleaned up and get it prepared to put the new water pump on. We got the housing quite a bit better cleaned up. There you go. It's got a little bit of schmutz on it, but should be pretty good. Let's go ahead and get the water pump on. All right, now we got the water pump in, bolted down. And like I said before, one of the problems plagued with this car is it's a very tight engine compartment. So while things are still kind of loose, we're gonna go ahead and put the pulley and the fan on and then tighten down the fan shroud. But there's no centering bolt on here, so this ought to be fun. If we let it fall too, that would be cool. So there's that. Let's pull it off a little bit, see if we can find the right hole. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Oh, okay, there we go. Just turn it and try and line it up. Alright, I think we got one lined up. Get it centered. There we go. So I'll go ahead and put the other four in, tighten it down, and then we'll tighten down the fan shroud, and then this rear radiator support I was going to take out, but it ended up being a bit too much work, so I left it in place. So we got to bolt that down, hook up the hoses, and then we can fill it up with coolant and try and start it. Well, not try and start it. It will start, but we'll start it and let it warm up and make sure it doesn't have any leaks. Alright, so we'll go ahead and try to squeeze this wrench in here and tighten this down. This is one of those instances that having a ratcheting wrench really works best, but I don't have any of those anymore. I need to get some more. Now the biggest thing is let's make sure it doesn't bind. Alright, we're good. So go ahead and tighten down the fan shroud, tighten this guy down right here, tighten up the hoses. Now I just need to remember what goes where. I need a different wrench for it too. Alright, so go ahead and get the fan shroud tightened up, but I need to make sure it's centered so the fan doesn't hit. I would say right there we're golden. Let's go ahead and tighten this guy up.
I think you should.
All right, it's all together now. Water pump's in, belt is on, fan is tight, this whole support is tight. I did notice one thing, I don't know if you can see it, but the belt doesn't seem to be lined up just right. So I'm not sure if, again, I got the wrong water pump and the pulley shaft is a little bit too short. Maybe I can shim it out a little bit, but let's start it, make sure the fan clears and put some coolant in it, and let's warm it up. Like I said before, it's got a really annoying exhaust leak, so sorry about that. I need to get a different clamp, but I'm still looking for one of those. Well, that was a little embarrassing. So I guess I hadn't noticed. Can't really see it. There's supposed to be a plug in the radiator right there. Guess I forgot to put it in and I don't know where it's at. So I found another one that works. So we're going to go ahead and pop that in. Then put some more coolant in it and make sure it holds. So now we'll go ahead and put some coolant in it without it running, since I'm pretty sure now it won't leak. All right, well, that seems to be a good sign. No leaking yet. Seem to always get the luck of it leaking. So that's a pretty good sign there. It's holding coolant. So let's go ahead and start it again, see if we can let it warm up. So while I let it cool down for a little bit to check the coolant level, I'm going to go ahead and vacuum it out, spray out the car, clean it up a little bit. Like I say, it's been sitting for a while, and I like to be able to drive it and not get super dirty. Alright, well that concludes the video on the Renault R8. Didn't get a chance to drive it, but my next video will be the review and the drive around of the Renault. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.